Jai Hind everyone. I am Cadet Anya Swami from 1 Chandigarh Naval Unit from Kamal Convent School, Chandigarh. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the lesson Adventure Training. In particular, we're going to be talking about the chapter Cycle Expedition, which is the second chapter of this lesson. So without further ado, let's begin. So our topics for today are going to be in two parts. Part 1 consisting of types of cycle expeditions and tourings, and part 2 containing safety measures during cycling. So first of all, what is cycling? Cycling expedition refers to cycling over long distances, prioritizing pleasure and endurance over utility or speed. Cycling can range from single-day rides to multi-day trips. Types of cycling expeditions or touring. The rider usually covers between 50 to 150 kilometers, that is 30 to 90 miles per day. A short tour over a few days may cover as little as 200 kilometers. A long tour may go right across the country or around the world. So what are the types of cycle expeditions or touring? We begin with lightweight touring, which is also known as credit card touring, wherein a rider carries a minimum of equipment and a lot of money. Overnight accommodation is in used hotels, etc. And food can be bought at cafes, restaurants, or markets. The second type of cycle expedition is expedition touring, wherein the cyclists travel extensively, often through developing nations or remote areas. The bicycle is loaded with food, spare tools, and camping equipment so that the traveler is largely self-supporting. The third type of touring is ultralight touring, wherein the rider is self-sufficient but carries only the bare essentials and no frills. The fourth type of cycle expedition is fully loaded touring, that is also known as self-supported touring, wherein the cyclists carry everything they need from food to camping material to cooking equipment. Then we come to mixed terrain cycle touring, which is also known as rough riding. Cyclists travel over a variety of surfaces and topography on a single route with a single bicycle. Cyclists often adopt an ultralight camping approach and carry their own minimal gear. Then comes day touring. These rides vary highly in their size of the group, from solo cyclists, group rides, to large organized rides with hundreds to thousands of riders, in their length from a few miles to centuries rides of 100 miles or longer, in their purpose from riding for pleasure to raising money for a charitable organization, and in their method of support from self-supported day rides to organized rides where cyclists pay for support or accommodations provided by the event organizers. And finally, we come to the last type of cycle expedition, that is supported touring. Cyclists are supported by a motor vehicle which carries most of the equipment, and these are organized independently by groups of cyclists or commercial holiday companies. So now we've completed part 1, and now we come to part 2, which are the safety measures. Qualified supervision. It is necessary that the supervision is done by a mature and conscientious adult at least of the age of 21, who understands and accepts responsibility for the safety of the children and is committed. Secondly, we have physical fitness. It is necessary that any type of adventure activity is not attempted without training and preparation. Evidence of fitness with a complete health history from a physician, parent, or legal guardian should be necessary. Thirdly, we have helmets and clothing. The cyclists must wear properly sized and fitted helmets. They should layer their clothing for warmth on cool days so that they can avoid chilling or overheating. Cover up for sun protection on clear days. Buddy system, wherein two cyclists are made buddies or made pairs of. Buddy system, wherein the cyclists work in pairs and keep a check on one another. Position in traffic. The cyclists must always ride with the flow of the traffic. Next, we have safety rules. The cyclists must obey all traffic laws, signs, signals, and street markings. They should not ride after the dark, and no stunts should be performed. Turns and intersections. Look to the left, right, back, and ahead before turning. Walk your bike through or across busy intersections. Next comes equipment. The cyclists must only ride bikes that fits them. Bicycle accessories. Every bike needs a horn or a bell and reflectors. Items should be carried only in baskets, in saddlebags, or on a rear carrier rack. Next, we have maintenance. Keep your bike clean and well maintained, especially the brakes and drive chain. Racing. Open street racing is dangerous. Race only with supervision on marked courses that have been set up to exclude other vehicle or pedestrian traffic to eliminate fall hazards and minimize collision risks. Clearly define the start and the finish points during racing. Planning. Plan both the route and timing of bike trips to avoid heavy traffic and hazardous conditions. There should always be hourly rest stops in between. Discipline. All participants should know, understand, and follow the rules and procedures for safe biking, and all participants should conscientiously and carefully follow all directions from this adult supervisor. And with that, we come to the end of the second chapter of the lesson adventure training, that is cycle expedition. In the next video, we are going to be talking about rock climbing. Thank you. Jai Hind.